One of the Lions, Jane Fonda, Leonardo DiCaprio, more tribute Robert Redford after death. Stars are mourning legendary Hollywood actor Robert Redford, who died September 16 at 89. Redford died at his home at Sundance in the mountains of Utah, the place he loved, surrounded by those he loved. He will be missed greatly, his rep Cindy Berger told USA Today in a statement. The family requests privacy. Now, admirers near and far are remembering the iconic actor, whose work over a 60-year period included Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and The Sting alongside the late Paul Newman, The Way We Were with Barbra Streisand, and All the President's Men with Dustin Hoffman. Bob Woodward, the investigative journalist Redford played in All the President's Men, said in a statement that the actor's impact and influence on my life cannot be overstated, adding, "I loved him and admired him for his friendship, his fiery independence, and the way he used any platform he had to help make the world better, fairer, brighter for others." Jane Fonda, a frequent collaborator who starred with Redford in the 1966 Marlon Brando picture The Chase, as well as Barefoot in the Park, The Electric Horseman and, more recently, the Netflix romance Our Souls at Night, shared an emotional tribute, too. "It hit me hard this morning when I read that Bob was gone. I can't stop crying," she said in a statement to USA Today. "He meant a lot to me and was a beautiful person in every way. He stood for an America we have to keep fighting for." Meryl Streep, who starred opposite Redford in the 1985 romance Out of Africa, also remembered her co-star in a statement, succinctly writing, "One of the lions has passed. Rest in peace, my lovely friend." Trump remembers Robert Redford's great movies. President Donald Trump, outside the White House before leaving for a state visit to the United Kingdom, expressed shock at Redford's death and called reports of the actor dying in his sleep a good way to go. "Robert Redford was great. He had years where there was no one better," Trump added. "He made 7 or 8 great movies. There was a period of time where he was the hottest." The actor was an outspoken critic of the Trump administration. In 2018, he published a brief statement about big things on the Sundance Institute's website, where he explained how he felt out of place in the country I was born into and that for the first time in his life, he watched with sadness as our civil servants have failed us, according to the Deseret News. Ron Howard, Coda actress Marlee Matlin remembers Sundance creator Robert Redford. Other stars shared their appreciation for Redford for founding the Sundance Institute. Out of that organization came the popular Sundance Film Festival. Academy Award-winning director Ron Howard thanked Redford for his contributions to the independent film industry. Redford was a tremendously influential cultural figure for the creative choices made as an actor/producer/director and for launching the Sundance Film Festival, which supercharged America's independent film movement, Howard wrote on. Artistic game changer. Marlee Matlin, the Oscar-winning actress who starred in Coda, credited Sundance for bringing attention to the film. "And Sundance happened because of Robert Redford," she wrote on. "A genius has passed. R.I.P. Robert." And actress Octavia Spencer posted that when she previously advised for the Sundance Institute, she got the chance to witness his magic firsthand. "He was such an important voice in shaping the perspectives of countless emerging filmmakers," she added on Instagram. "Through Sundance, he leveled the playing field for new voices to be heard. Our industry is forever changed because of him." The Princess Bride actor Cary Elwes shared his familial connections to the towering legend, including his brother, film producer Cashin Elwes, who became close with the storied actor through Sundance. "When I finally got to meet him, he was as warm, engaging and gracious as I had always imagined him to be," he wrote on Instagram. "To me he is an icon, the likes of which we shall not see again, on or off screen." Barbra Streisand, Scarlett Johansson, Mia Farrow remember working with Robert Redford. Barbra Streisand, who starred with Redford in the 1973 film The Way We Were, reflected on Instagram that working with him was exciting, intense and pure joy, and that despite being such opposites, they kept trying to find out more about each other. "Bob was charismatic, intelligent, intense, always interesting, and one of the finest actors ever," she wrote. "The last time I saw him, when he came to lunch, we discussed art and decided to send each other our first drawings. He was one of a kind and I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to work with him. Scarlett Johansson, who starred in Redford's 1998 film The Horse Whisperer in one of her earliest roles, said in a statement provided to USA Today that he was patient and warm and kind on set. Bob taught me what acting could be, and it was from his generosity and patience that I was inspired to pursue the possibilities of the craft, Johansson said. That same generosity and love of the art inspired Bob's creation of Sundance, a place where filmmakers learn from one another, inspire one another, and discover one another's talent. Bob, thank you for your belief in me and for your grace and guidance. You inspired so many artists, me included, to go deeper, to stay present, to push creative boundaries, and to explore further, and for that, we are forever grateful. Mia Farrow, who starred with Redford in the 1974 version of The Great Gatsby, posted that he was so kind, intelligent, talented, compassionate, sensitive, fun, trustworthy and truthful, an ethical person who cared deeply about his family and about America. She also said he embodied everything we value and search for in our leadership. Michelle Pfeiffer, who starred opposite Redford in 1996 as Up Close and Personal, also shared a photo from the film on Instagram and wrote simply, "Until we meet again, my friend." Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke, more honor Robert Redford, his impact will endure. Leonardo DiCaprio remembered Redford on Instagram as an actor, activist, passionate environmentalist, and champion of the arts, adding, "His unwavering commitment to protecting our planet and inspiring change matched his immense talent. His impact will endure for generations to come." Ethan Hawke described Redford as our ultimate champion of independent film and a relentless advocate for authentic storytelling and fiercely passionate environmentalist, adding that his legacy remains ingrained in our culture, transformed by his artistry, activism, and the founding of Sundance Institute and Film Festival. On Instagram, Mark Ruffalo shared a letter he said he wrote to Redford after learning the actor was ill, which he was never able to deliver. In the letter, Ruffalo told Redford that he has had the most profound impact on my life and career in so many ways and is a hero of mine. "This is what a real American hero looks like," Ruffalo captioned the post. "A man who brought people together, lived and practiced empathy, and created good and useful organizations that made people's lives better and included anyone who had an interest. Please remember him well." Julianne Moore described Redford as the first movie star that I ever loved and shared a photo of herself with him at the Sundance Film Festival. "It was very hard for me to behave normally in his presence," she said. Kerry Washington said Redford was not just a visionary who transformed American cinema, he was a generous and kind soul who taught those of us in his orbit endless lessons about art, culture, nature, storytelling, fame and family. Rita Wilson said Redford's art stands the test of time and that he will be remembered always, while Marissa Tomei said that his generosity wasn't just in his art, but how he showed up for the world. Morgan Freeman said that he and Redford instantly became friends when they worked together in the 1980 film Brubaker, and working with him again in 2005's An Unfinished Life was a dream come true. Coleman Domingo thanked Redford for his everlasting impact, which he said will be felt for generations. Antonio Banderas praised Redford as an icon of cinema in every sense and wrote that his talent will continue to move us forever, shining through the frames and in our memory. Filmmakers Joe and Anthony Russo, who directed Redford in Captain America, The Winter Soldier and Avengers: Endgame, said that the actor was a true legend whose acting and directing inspired us throughout our careers, and we are deeply grateful for our time with him. Colin Farrell also reacted to news of Redford's death while appearing on the Today Show, recalling that he once briefly met the beautiful actor at the Sundance Film Festival. "A titan in the world of cinema and the world of the humanities of the arts," he said. "Just an extraordinary man."